Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX 13F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG, and this one's located on the northeast spawn of Province under the command of Clan MO, or Clanmo. Well, what can I tell you about it? Well, 155mm howitzer built on an AMX 13 chassis, a 13-ton chassis. The light tank, it's actually displaced the turret, and the gun's actually been mounted at the back. The engine's up front, and so's the driver. In fact, the engine's on one side, driver's on the other. Driver's on the right side, as you can see there. Okay, game started, and he's moving off into a firing position. Off into the bushes. It's got decent hitting capacity, very accurate, but the reload is a little long for most Arties. It's about 26 seconds or so. But it does have good power, good capacity, and you can see he's aiming straight for this bush because that's a favourite place for him. As you can see, there was a lot of devastation of fences, so some enemy tanks were definitely moving through those streets. He's fired one round off blind at that bush, hoping to catch a TD unawares. If there was one there, he's obviously going to have been stunned, and he's relocated just a little in case the enemy Arty was looking for him. It's found. It's a Sherman 3. Fires the round in. Looks like he stunned him, but didn't get a kill. Didn't do any damage at all. There's his teammate in the other Arty also hitting that tank. He actually has got a gorilla on his team as well. Okay, it's loaded. It's following the Sherman. Always stop for a second. And the enemy's been wiped out. So no target to shoot at the moment. But there is just around there, it's a P-43. He can't hit those two tanks because they're actually in the cover of those buildings. He'd hit the building before he hit the target. Ah, but he can hit that Wolverine, I think. He's pulling forward to a firing position. In fact, I believe that was the firing position he was aiming at first. He's marked his target. Wolverine's just knocked over a tree. He fires a round in. Or did he? No, he didn't shoot actually. I thought he'd fired, but he didn't fire. Okay, now, enemy tank seen just behind that rock. I think it was an AC experimental. The AC4. Yep, there he is. On target, round out.
That was close.
And that was a splash hit. It landed just near the AC4, but not close enough. Not a direct hit. But still, 239 hit points is pretty good. Now, he's got this long reload. Or longish. It's not long compared to some of the higher tier tanks. This is actually quite a short reload if you compare to those, but okay. Styling in where he expects the 3601 to go. Fires around in for a splash. And nothing. Now, there are a number of targets in sight at the moment. There's a gorilla in sight at the other end. No, he's looking in the wrong place. He's looking at the east side of the map. There's a gorilla, an enemy Arty, in sight, and he's getting a request for fire on that gorilla from the AMX 1375. Oh, who's just... In fact, our own gorilla has just wiped out that gorilla. And we fire a round in at the 40 TP and get a direct hit. 349 hit points. So I suppose actually he was better firing at the 40 TP because the gorilla on his own team had already aimed at that other gorilla. And after all, the 40 TP is on this side of the map. I think I would have prioritised the enemy Arty because they are more of a threat to him at the moment than any of the other tanks on the enemy team. Okay, so there's still that 3601. He's camping at the back, not taking part in the battle at all. But he's hiding behind that rock. Probably an inexperienced player, and that's probably why he doesn't realise that there's a heavy tank. He's supposed to be up at the front. Okay, we're going to go for the 40 TP again. And this time round, I think it might be a kill shot. Oh, and he doesn't get it, but he does relocate behind the rock for protection. Now, there is only one RT left on the enemy team. It's a Hummel. And he's probably down in the southwest corner as well. Well, the 3601H has finally decided to join the fight. And he's moving north. Can't see him at the moment though. So he switched his aim back to the south. He's expecting that 40 TP to come back into view. There's a Leo. He's only got half his health left. Oh, he's got less than half. In fact, now he's a splash kill. Nope, nothing off that either. And of course we've got the T29 our team has just killed the 40 TP that we were aiming at earlier. The scores are even at the moment. Okay, there's that Leo. We're loaded, we're dialing in on him. But he's going up onto that little hill area. The Leo may come around that corner. See the crater where the last shell landed. It was right next door to where the 40 TP was originally seen. And it seems the 40 TP went around the corner to look out by the area next to the house, and of course that's when he got spotted and killed. Might be worth a while firing around in there just to see if that Leo is looking through the bush but not actually firing. That's what tanks might do. They might just look to see. And unfortunately, the enemy has killed off all of our tanks on the west side of the map. Now we can see the Leo. He wasn't looking around that corner, but we now can see where he is. And there is the AC4 that we saw earlier in the game, and he's dead. So we've missed the opportunity to get 2 hits in there. And it appears that the enemy heavy, the VK3601 that was hiding behind the rock, is now gone into the cap area and is just sitting there in the open, stationary, and now he's going to get wiped out. Well, we didn't hit him, we didn't do any damage, but we are relocating to get a better angle so we can shoot at him. And the Gorilla's doing the same. He's firing at that VK. Now we've lost sight of him temporarily, but I think the SU-100 should be able to spot him very shortly. Yep, he's been seen. He's trying to hide behind that rock, but that's not going to protect him from Arty. Fire around him, and he is dead. The Gorilla got him in the end. Unfortunately, the KV-2R on the enemy team managed to get our SU-100. He was hanging over the edge, so to speak, to spot that VK. So we're aiming for the enemy SU-85, who's at the southwest corner of the map, trying to prevent our T-29 moving up into the back area. Of course, the enemy Arty is there as well, the Hummel. He's in that area. And we've got another capper, and this time I think it's going to be the KV-2R. And he stopped capping. In fact, actually now, there's only 3 left on our team, the T-29 and the 2 Artys. There's 4 on the enemy team, 2 heavies, a tank destroyer and the Arty. Tank destroyer is the Su-85, he's got very low health. The 2 heavies on the enemy team are the IS and the KV-2R. And that's all that's left of them. Now they lost their Su-85, T-29 got him. And the T-29 is probably now looking for the Hummel. He's found the KV-2R. Okay, now's the time. We should be helping these guys. Come on, we should be trying to land shells behind the KV-2R to stun him, to help the T-29. You see they're facing off, side-scraping against that building. Now that's where the derp of the KV-2R will help, but if we stun him, it's going to really hinder his game because it'll slow down his reload. And that worked! Yes, he got 270 hit points of damage assistance on the stun, and T29's now moved in to get the kill on the KV2. Didn't do it with that shot, but he might be able to get another one in, and it's unlikely the KV2R will be able to get to all of the hit points of that T29 in time. And he's got him! He killed him! So there is now only the Hummel and the IS, and here's the IS. He's come up this way. He's just around the corner, so we can derp him. And we do 254 hit points. That puts a massive amount of stun. Now, this is where it really helps to be on the AMX 13 chassis, because it is a very fast tank, the AMX 13. And it's oh, no, not yet. Not until you're loaded. We're almost loaded. Okay, wait till he comes out and... Yep, got another stun. But can we run away in time? I think it distracted him enough. Now will be a good time to run. But he's actually going around and around the rock and letting this IS have a lot of punishment. Now the thing is, the IS must realise that he can just keep doing this forever. Reloading every 26 seconds and then blasting another round into the side of the IS. If he keeps doing this, the IS will die. Yeah, he got another one. Oh, he took a round in the gun. One of those rounds actually went through the gun. Can't see it, but it has put a hole in it. But he can reload. If he can get ready, he can get a kill shot on the IS now. If he comes around that corner. Wait for it. Wait for it. Line him up. That's it. Shotgun time. The IS must realise he's the last one alive on his team. If he comes around that corner, he's dead. Our T29 is returning. We're pulling back to give him a temptation. Look at the forward shot point. The little arrowhead upwards. That's where the shell is going to head. Not the little dot. The arrowhead. There it is. Yes, got him! He poked his nose round the corner. The arrowhead fell on the tank. And then he blasted and hit him and won the game. Nice shotgun. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's the second class tanker for Clanmo in the AMX 13 F3 AM. He also picked up a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. In fact, he picked up 8 during that battle, but he didn't pick up any other awards. But that ending was more than enough to justify this was going to a video, because it was pretty amazing. He gave that IS the run around the rock, and effectively the IS made a complete error. He should have come around the rock straight away, immediately, and chased the AMX, and that would have made it very difficult for Clanmo to get a reload in without getting a round in him as well. And in fact, actually the IS only did manage to get a round into his gun, but the IS really shouldn't have hesitated. He should have come around the corner straight away whilst Clanmo was still reloading, but he made that mistake and he paid for it. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, when we look at the team scores, we can see Clanmo didn't come top, but he did come second when it came to damage on his own team. He got 1,662 hit points of damage. He was beaten by the VK3601H, funnily enough. The one that was hiding behind the rock, he managed to get 1,670, but the top scorer was the T29. He did 2,853 hit points in total. When it came to kills, it was the T29. He got a top gun, managed to get the high caliber as well. Then, of course, we've got the Striv, managed to get 2 kills. So did the IS, VK3601H, the AC4, the KV2, the T24, and the Gorilla on his own team with the Striv M4257. Clanmo only managed to get 1 kill, but it was an important kill. It was the last kill of the game, and it's the winning kill. If we look at base XP, we can see again it's the T29. He got the most, 1,305, and that should be an ace tanker for the T29. He picked up 843 base experience points, which is not bad, and then the Striv M4257 came in with 708 after that. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, he only fired 14 rounds during that game, but he got 5 direct hits and 5 penetrations, 6 splash, damage of 1,662 hit points, of which 774 were up more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit. It was from the IS, and it was a non-penetration, or it counts as a non-penetration. It actually went through the gun, and I suspect it probably went through the muzzle brake at the end of the gun, because there was no sign of any damage actually on the gun barrel itself. He damaged 4 of the enemy and killed 1 of them, and did stun assistance damage of 919 hit points off 10 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 48,662 credits, got 14,000 and 11,500 for resupply of ammunition and consumables, so he took away 23,162 credits altogether, and he received 1,265 XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all the experience points he took away. But it was a pretty good round for an AMX 13F3. And it just goes to show that if you do actually have an enemy come up against you and he's sitting around the other side of the rock, if you're in a good SPG like the AMX 13F3, you can give him the runaround, and no matter how hard he tries, if he does hesitate like that IS did, you will get him in the end. You will whittle him away bit by bit. It was a big mistake of that IS not to come around the corner straight away and try to grapple with Clan Mo face to face, because then he would have had the advantage. But there you go. Really good result for Clan Mo. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.